Hey guys, it's Marissa. I'm here live, just shared over on the Kitchen Table Stamper Craft social group. This is the card that we're going to make today. I'm going to give you guys a little while to get in here. This was my onstage team swap card, and a little bit about this card while we're waiting for some people to get in here. You know, if you've been a Stampin' Up fan for a while, you know that at catalog change, things get a little crazy. We're kind of in the current retirement period for the 2017-18 annual catalog and starting to roll out new products from the 2018-19 annual catalog. Hey Terry, good morning. I'm glad you could join me. And when we swap at Onstage, we're in this precarious position of having a bunch of products, any of which could retire at any moment, and a very small list of things that are carrying over to make our swaps with, so that demonstrators who do Stampin' Up for a business will get cards that they can use going forward in their business. So one of the things that usually retires almost completely and almost all the time, every case, is designer series paper. So I was trying to design a swap card that would be exciting to look at, but not use any designer series paper, because chances are really good that they're not carrying into the next catalog. So that's what got me thinking about this particular card design. So the black and white papers or designer series papers with black and white patterns are really hot right now in the Stampin' Up catalog. And so I kind of took that as my inspiration and created this card just using cardstock. So what happened was I ended up with a really great tip for using up scraps and a cool card too. Hey Gina, I'm glad you're here. I know you've been trying to catch me live. Hi Darlene, how are you guys? I'm showing my Onstage team swap card. So the Kitchenettes, we had a bunch of girls from Kitchenettes and CPI, which is my uplines team, and we all got together in Milwaukee and we did a card swap. So we had so much fun. I just love my team, and this was my team swap. So, oh, thank you. I'm glad you think it's cute, Gina. So did I. We had to use very limited materials because they let us know that the Lemon Zest stamp set and the Lemon Builder Punch. Let's see, do I have those things here? I better have those things here. If not, this is going to be a long live. It could end up being a long live because I'm really tired these days. But Stampin' Up let us know that the Lemon Zest stamp set and the Lemon Builder Punch were going to carry into the next catalog. But I knew most of the designer series paper wouldn't. So I've come up with a really fun tip for you on how to use up some scraps and get that designer series look. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to make this one. Hey, good morning, Sandy. Gina says I looked so cute at Onstage. Oh my gosh, thank you. I couldn't find any clothes that fit, Gina. I was so self-conscious. That means a lot to me. Thank you. All right, so while we're waiting for everybody to get in here, I am not prepared ahead of time with my die cutting done, so I'm just going to grab the Big Shot, and we're going to use the layering circles framelets. We've got this biggest scallop circle here. We're going to cut one of those from Lemon Lime Twist while we wait for people to get in here. I think that's the biggest one. I could have lost my biggest one. Hold on, we need the biggest one. I don't think that's the biggest one, is it? No, that one's littler. Hold on, we might have a small technical difficulty here. I'm glad you guys like me, because I don't think I have either of the dies I want in this pile right here. Here's our largest stitched circle. We need a Whisper White one and a Lemon Lime Twist largest scallop circle. Let's see if it got tucked behind. Nope, it's on. All right. Looks like we've got a couple of people joining us. Hey, where are you guys from? Here's some more layering circles. And let's see, I've got 2 sets of all the layering so that my prep work is easier, but I'm not really good at putting back just one set in each envelope. So That's what just happened to me. All right, so that's it. Layering circles and stitched shapes are what we're die cutting right now, and I'm gonna grab my big shot. All right, here's this little dude. After I do this die cutting, we'll go through the Stampin' Up! Products that I used to make this card, and then we'll get started with the stamping and stuff. All right, so I've got this piece of Whisper White, and it is 4 by, let's see, 5 3/4, and it's the other half of this 4 by 11. And we're gonna hold on to this whole deal because we're gonna cut the circle from this side, and we'll use what's left to stamp our lemons, okay? Terry, you're from San Diego? Awesome. How's your weather there? We are cold and gray here in the Chicago area. Well, I shouldn't say cold. We were actually like 44 this morning, which is really quite warm, but very gray today. All right, so there's our stitched circle, the largest one. I'm gonna put this aside to stamp on. And then I've got some lemon lime twist here. Let's see if that's big enough for this biggest scallop. Sure is. Let's crank out one of those. Sometimes I do this little stuff ahead of time, but it's been crazy. 75-ish. Do you have some sunshine, Terry? I would love some sunshine. Send some my way. I've been tempted to go get back in bed and take a nap today because it's so gray. All right. I can't, though, because I have a craft fair tomorrow. Local to the Chicago area, I will be in Palatine at Fremd High School tomorrow, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. Come and see me. All right, so here's our little layers all ready to go. Let's see here. All right, now let's get the sample back in here and go through our supplies. To make this card, you're going to need the Stampin' Up! Lemon Zest stamp set, Lemon Builder Punch. Now, here's where I get to plug the retirement list. Stampin' Up! Has released the retirement list. These products are not retiring, but the bundle discount is going away. These are unbundling. So today, if you order them, they're $34 for the Clearmount rubber stamp set and the punch bundled together. If you want to order these on June 1st, when the new catalog comes out, you're going to pay $38 for exactly the same products. $20 for the stamp set, $18 for the punch. So if you love this, grab it before the new catalog comes out while you can enjoy the bundle discount. Then we've also got, I showed you my layering circles framelits and my stitched shapes framelits. You need those. The stamp pads are Basic Black, Daffodil Delight, and Lemon Lime Twist. And let's see here. My ribbon. I got that right here. I'm using this 1/8 inch silver ribbon. It's gorgeous. This is on the retirement list, so this is while supplies last. And while I've got that, I'm just going to tie a quick little bow because it's in my hands, right? So you see, I just leave it on the bolt. I fold it. I don't twist it. Over the top, and then got another little loop there, tuck it in. Quick bow, works every time, loops up, tails down. And we're gonna trim that off and put it aside. So there's our little bow. Gorgeous little silver ribbon. It's a great embellishment. All right, now, what else do we want here for this? I'm going to show you the consumable stuff. Oh, don't look at my other sample there in the corner. Anybody see that? All right, I've got a Basic Black card base. It's 8.5 by 5.5, and it's scored at 4 1/4. I've got a piece of Whisper White for the inside of the card. That's 1/4 inch smaller than the card front, so that's 4 inches by 5 1/4. I got a project sheet for you. If you're coming to Paper and Ink Cards on April 26th, we're going to make this card. Got the largest lime scallop circle, largest stitched Whisper White. Then I've got a piece of Daffodil Delight here. This is 3/4 by 4 1/4. I've got that piece that I cut the circle out of. I've got another bit here to do my lemons and punching, so you need a scrap for punching. And then the other thing that you need, it's really important, if you're like me, you've got lots and lots and lots of these. Do you see these? You cut your paper down to 4 by 5 1/4, and then you get an 11 by 1/2 inch strip, right? And then you save them, you put them in the envelope, and you've got them coming out of your ears if you're like me, right? So you need one of those. Just grab one of those out of your packet and use it up. So this is a fun technique to use up some of those scraps. 11 inches by 1 1/2 Whisper White. Okay, so let's get started here with our stamping. I'm going to slide this down and get some ink pads. All right, so I'm going to show you a cool tip for using up your scraps and a cool tip for using your builder punches. All right, let's start with our little scrap. Make sure I'm in the camera view here. Now, I've built myself a little template, and what I did was I took a piece of cardstock wide enough to fit into my punch, slid it into the punch, and punched it. Then I take this little template, make sure I mark the downside, and I put it in my Lemon Zest stamp case. So if you saw me when I got the brand new Varied Vases bundle, you saw me do that right away. I made myself a template. Now we're going to use this template. I'll show you how to do it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to just drop the little template on my Whisper White cardstock here, and I'm going to stamp into the template so I can punch all my bits at one time. So you notice the lemon has a narrower end and a wider end, and the wider end is up. So we're going to ink up in Daffodil Delight and stamp right inside this template. Ta-da! Ooh, I'm off the side just a little bit there. This is where my Stamparatus would be like amazing. Let's see if I can round that edge off a little bit. All right, it's not perfect. Wah wah. How much do we want to fix this? I'm gonna try one more little thing. Meh, meh. You know what we say about that? There's no mistakes in stamping, just opportunity for embellishment. Guess where the bow is gonna go? All right, now I'm gonna take my little leaf with a longer stem, and I'm gonna drop that one in and stamp kind of right inside of my template here. And then I'm going to take my little leaf here without the stem, and I'm gonna stamp inside my template. This works a little bit easier too if you can get down kind of on a horizontal level with your stamp and see where the little rubber die is going down. I can't do that while I'm on Facebook Live, so I'm missing my template by just a little bit. But if you can get down and look over the side, you can get in there a little bit easier. All right, so I'm gonna have to just see if I can fix that little dude up. All right, I think I got him. Now, I got all my 3 little pieces. What I'm gonna do is pop that right into my punch, and it should line up pretty perfectly. And give a punch, and there's the pieces. Now, I'm still not excited about my little lemon there, but my leaves look pretty good. And I'm going to do another little trick here, because my lemon isn't as perfect as I like, so I'm going to turn it over, ink up my stamp, drop my lemon right onto my stamp, grab my leaf, and I'm going to press and press and press some more. All right, see? Now I got a perfect little lemon. All right, so there's my punching and stamping. And we're going to stamp another lemon onto our little cardstock circle here. So I want this little narrow side up, and I'm going to punch it on, or stamp it on an angle. We'll get some dimension that way. Do you guys see that? I'm like really off of my stamping game here today. I stamped a halo. but I'm going to fix that up. We're going to stamp it one more time. That's all right. Then you guys know how things really go at Kitchen Table Stamper. Every once in a while, anybody gets a halo. All right. I cut myself a new one. It's only paper. We say that a lot around here. All right, take two. Not such a heavy hand. There we go. See? Tired stamping. That's what I'm doing. All right, now I'm going to take my cutout lemon, drop that on some scratch paper, and I've got If Life Gives You Lemons. I'm going to ink that up in basic black and stamp it on my lemon, but it's got to be wide side down. Did you see I almost stamped it upside down? And it should fit just right. See? So If Life Gives You Lemons. All right, there's the stamping for the front of our card. So let's assemble this little medallion. I'm gonna grab some dimensionals. Hey, Bee. Jackie, how are you guys? Glad to see ya. All right. Little dimensional on my lemon. Now before I put that down, I'm going to watch the placement of my leaves because I want one to go underneath here. And that dimensional's in the way, we're going to just tuck it on. See? Gina says it's very cute. I'm doing a great job. Thank you, Gina. I've had a little bit more coordinated stamping days. But that's okay. It's really a cute card. And there's some fun tips in here. All right. So there's my little lemon medallion. One more time with the fast fuse. And we're going to glue this little guy right to our lemon lime twist scallop circle, which I've lost entirely. Again, let's clean up the ink pads here before I... You guys see what I did with my scallop? There it is. All right, we're going to do some more stamping, so I'm not going to clean up all the ink pads. Here's our fun little medallion. What color was the lemon in my original card? These are both Daffodil Delight, but it's going to dry a little bit lighter. You can see they're getting closer to the same color now. Okay, then let's grab the rest of our pieces here. I want this one. This is our inside layer, and we're going to stamp something kind of fun on the inside. So I've got my scratch paper and this big lemon round. It's like a big slice. I'm going to ink that up in Daffodil Delight, and I'm going to stamp it just off the edge of the bottom, that inside panel. And then this little grading says, chuck them right back. So the outside says, if life gives you lemons, and inside it says, chuck them right back. There's our little cutie. Now we can close up the ink pads before I stick something in it. Having one of those stamping days. Well, it's always one of those stamping days for me. If it's not my project going in an open ink pad, it's my fingers or my clothes. So, all right, now, basic black card base. Let me get my little bone folder here. And we're going to fast fuse the inside. You can use snail or multi-purpose liquid glue here, whatever adhesive is yours of choice. And you want to center that so that you get a nice even black border all the way around. So here's the inside of our card, and here's the outside. Now let's finish up the outside. Now here comes that fun little tip for you. So if you're like me and you've got lots and lots of these half-inch strips, 1/2 inch by 11, because you cut down the card layer to that 4x5 1/4, then what you want to do here is take your 1/2 inch strip, drop it in your trimmer at 5 1/2, and you're going to cut it. Uh-oh. My trimmer blade is a little dull on this one, so bear with me. And then you're going to drop it in your trimmer again, and you're going to cut at 2 3/4. So you've just cut that scrap into quarters. I'm going to do something a little crazy here. I'm just going to score that line and grab my scissors because my trimmer blade needs to be changed, and I keep forgetting to order them. All right, so we've got 4 equal 1/2 inch strips now. And what we're going to do with this is make this perfect designer series paper imposter. And it's an easy mathematical equation that uses up your scraps. So you get nice balance, you get equal stripes, and the best way to lay these in then is to go about 1/4 to 3/8 of an inch from the fold and lay down your first one. Then you'll lay down your last one about 1/4 to 3/8 of an inch from the opening. And just line them up with the bottom. And then you've got 2 more little strips here. A little multi-purpose liquid glue gives you some time to slide a little bit if your stripes aren't perfectly straight, or if you need to split the difference a little different. Now you're going to split the difference with these last 2 stripes. Let me put that one that way. My trimmer blade was a little ratty. We're going to put the ratty edge on top because once we've put our little stripes, then we're going to finish the edge with that Daffodil Delight piece. This is 3/4 of an inch by 4 1/4, and you just cover that edge right there. And look how pretty. You got a designer series paper look, and you've used up all your scraps. Pretty cool, huh? All right, we're almost done here, and it's pretty easy to see how to finish this one off, so let's do that real quick. We're gonna get some fast views and add that to the card. I liked it a little bit off center. And then I've got a glue dot here and that little bitty bow that we tied. So I'm going to fold the glue dot over, pick up, put it on the back of my bow, and adhere that right to the top. There's our card. How do you like that? Fast, easy, bundle discount, all cardstock. Now, if you like that idea about how to use up your cardstock strips and get that designer series paper look, let me show you something else entirely different. Same card, different subject matter, different colors. So this is a pool party card base. We've got a 1/2 inch by 11 strip of Bermuda Bay that we've cut into quarters. And then instead of capping off with the Daffodil Delight, I took a piece of Melon Mambo, stamped it with the retiring diagonal stripe stamp, and capped off the stripe paper there. So entirely different subject matter, same technique, one cool card. All right, so that was it. I hope that you liked that idea for using up some scraps and you like the cards. I'll get some pictures added to the blog and a project sheet out there for you. And you should be able to find them, I think today for this one, at kitchentablestamper.com. And if you've got questions about it, you can email me, Marisa at kitchentablestamper.com.